Now, you grew up by Rob Chapman?
I love the Chapmans, yes.
So I played golf.
So we are here with Senator Lindsey Graham, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo right there, making his first trip overseas in his new role shortly after being confirmed by the Senate in a 57-42 vote. This as North and South Korea agree to end the decades-long Korean War just weeks after his meeting with Kim Jong-un. So what will foreign relations look like under his lead? Our next guest, as I just said, one of our senators here in the great state of South Carolina, Senator Lindsey Graham. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Now I know why I didn't have 8 o'clock classes when I came here. It's way too early.
That right there is the library.
I wondered where. We got a library.
We saw the library
Finally
for the first time.
Go to the library and do you good. That way you don't have to get in politics.
Lots happening in North Korea, South Korea. You saw the images of them together. Blown away by this news, now they're going to end the war.
Okay, so here's the deal. It wouldn't have happened without Trump. It may not happen, but it's the biggest change since the end of the hostilities. The fact that the North Korean and South Korean president met and they vowed to end the war. What happened? Donald Trump convinced North Korea and China he was serious about bringing about change. We're not there yet, but if this happens, President Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize.
And Kim Jong-un just got fearful and wondered how this was going to affect North Korea.
So all of the criticism of President Trump on fire and fury and maximum pressure, I'm glad he didn't listen to all those who failed before him. He has convinced North Korea got two options. You can become a normal country, or we will take you down if you keep trying to build missiles to hit the American homeland. And I think they convinced North Korea and China that Trump is serious. Every president before him tried this. What is different about Trump? They believe in North Korea, if he had to as a last resort, he would stop their nuclear program. We're not there yet, but if we get there, it will be because of President Trump. A word of warning. The worst thing Kim Jong-un could do is play Trump. To go through all these motions and go back to the old way of doing business, Donald Trump will not tolerate being played. We're either going to have peace or we're going to have a war now because Kim Jong-un has made a mistake if he's not serious, and that's playing Trump.
All right, Mike Pompeo confirmed. He's now the Secretary of State. He's already traveling now. What does this mean for foreign relations when it comes to Syria and Russia and North Korea for us?
Well, Iran. So I met with Trump right after the election. He asked me, what's my biggest challenge? I said, North Korea in the short term, Iran in the long term. He's going to Europe, I think, to see if he can get a better Iranian deal. This is a terrible deal. 15 years from now, they can enrich and reprocess without limitation. And Trump says that's a bad deal. So I think he's going to try to convince the Europeans to change the deal, or Trump is going to get out of it, and he should.
You heard Macron saying he really hopes we stay in the deal. What needs to change about the deal specifically if the president's going to stay in it?
The sunset clause says that 15 years from now, all the inspectors go away and they can enrich and reprocess without limitation. A good deal would say if they ever get within a year of a nuclear breakout, sanctions are reapplied. The Arabs are wanting nuclear power. We will not allow them to enrich and reprocess, make their own fuel. That's the craziest thing in the Mideast, is give the Iranians, our enemy, a better deal than our friends. Change the sunset clause anytime, anywhere inspections, including military bases. If you don't do those two things, this is a terrible deal. Will lead to a nuclear arms race.
Because right now, isn't it, we have to notify them and give them 30 days in advance before we send inspectors in?
You can't go on military bases. Guess what? That's where they're doing all their research.
Right.
15 years from now, all the inspections go away. You got to change those two things. You can't tell the Arabs no to enriching and reprocessing and let their mortal enemy, our mortal enemy Iran, do enrichment and reprocessing. That's how you make a bomb. So I think we're going to get out, or we're going to change it. As to Syria, if we leave too soon, it'll be Iraq all over again. You cannot give Damascus to the Iranians. Mike Pompeo is the right guy at the right time.
All right. Thank you so much, Senator.
Go Cox.
Go Cox. Go Gamecocks.
Go Cox.
All right, coming up, we're going to be back with Geraldo Rivera, Congressman Trey Gowdy, Senator Tim Scott, and Kellyanne Conway, all live.